Ankita Patrai.
In my school, Sadiksha was my best friend. Jaw dropped every time she danced. Her voice so melodious, it sounded like she could bring the dead back from the grave. She played football so well, the people in my school used to call her Lionel Messi of Arunima. She was so talented. There was nothing she could not do, nothing. But there was one thing that I was able to do which she could not. I was the class topper and she was just an average kid. See, I loved my best friend. We completed each other in all the ways. I was good at studies where she was good at everything else. And you know why I loved her? Because we completed each other. But my best friend, she killed herself. Guess why? I told you, she was just an average kid. A kid who failed in mathematics in SLC. A kid who was so disgraceful for her family that she was told that she was worthless and could not do anything in life. The kid who had a life-giving voice, but which could not be heard anymore. And I'm sure this is not just my story, because out of 100 suicidal attempts, 40 are done by students, and majority are the students of SLC. We hear so many news every day about, immediately after the results of SLC are out, a girl committed suicide because a mark in a subject was actually opposite. She should have gotten 93 and it was 39. She killed herself. See, that's why I say this is not just my story. It might be the story of that girl's best friend as well, isn't it? And now, when we think about it, the education system of our country, I sat yesterday and I pondered about it. I thought, why is the education system of our country taken in such a manner? Why don't we just take education as a learning process where we can actually enjoy the things we learn? Why do we just why do we make studying a tedious task for every children out there? You know, the statistics show that 1 out of 5 students, college-going students, suffer from depression and anxiety. Every 12% student in India aged between 4 and 16 suffer from psychotic disorder. 83% of the students who appear SLC, they are mentally stressed. 83%. And the most shocking fact is that in India, every 1 hour a student commits suicide. Every 1 hour. And this is one of the issues of the education system of our country. The issue that gives too much priority to exams. We are so focused on our grades that we value our grades more than our own lives. We just study for the sake of getting employment later in life. See, if you ask me why I go to my college every single day, I will tell you, I do it because it can provide me job later. From where I can earn money, I can settle down, I can get married, I can have kids, and I can have kids and send them to an educational institution and repeat the entire process all over again. Now, the second issue is no emphasis on real life necessities. Now, I'm going to talk about how it has no importance. Education does not really highlight the importance in our real necessities, right? So, 83% of the students, they have no idea what an HR manager wants to see in their CV. And they are aged between 14 and 19. Talking about me, in my case, I know how to solve a trigonometrical problem. I know how to find the integration of x cube, but I have no clue on how I can calculate the amount of tax that I need to pay to the government later in my life. when I actually do start earning. So it does not really highlight the importance of real life necessities. We just study so that I can get a job later. So what we need to understand, what our educational system needs to understand is that just getting employment later by studying some conventional subjects like science, technology, does not make a person happy. You see, when a person decides to pursue his passion and do some kind of unconventional job, that person can also earn a lot of money and satisfaction from within. What we need to understand is that education, it's not the education system's fault, only education system's fault. See, we need to change ourselves. We need to understand that Sadiksha was as capable as me, a nerd, and she was an all-rounder. Maybe more so, because everyone is a genius. But if we start judging a fish regarding its ability to climb a tree, it's going to live its life thinking it's an absolute loser. Thank you very much.